Denji pulls his cord and jumps towards the Eternity Devil. He fights him, slashing and cutting everything he could see. But he also receives injuries from the devil, who adds that it's pointless to cut him as his heart isn't there. Power adds that if Denji keeps losing blood, his chainsaw will retract. The Eternity Devil laughs at Denji, stating that the chainsaw had become weaker. Due to loss of blood, Denji's chainsaw arms retract, but he bites the Eternity Devil and drinks its blood. He notes that even bad-tasting blood tastes good when he sees the agony of the Eternity Devil. Seeing Denji's crazy fight, Himeno recalls conversation with Kishibe at Sahara's grave. Yu tells her that devils fear the devil hunters with a few screws loose. Sahara was quite sane, which is why he died. The same with Kinochi, Subaru, and Sasaki. Same people fear the devil's attack, and that fear makes the devil stronger. Kishibe asks if Aki is also sane, but Himeno states that no sane person will try killing the gun devil. Later, Himeno asks Aki if he wants to become a civilian devil hunter with her. She explains she got a good offer and they can keep their lifestyle. Aki is fine continuing to meet up, but he is not interested in being a civilian devil hunter. Himeno is sure that if Aki fights the gun devil, he will die because he is cool, gentle, and normal, like everyone else. The Eternity Devil knocks Denji and believes it won. Himeno pulls his cord with her ghost devil arm. Denji then stands up and states he got an idea. If he keeps cutting him and drinking its blood, then that's a perpetual motion machine. Seeing how crazy Denji is, Himeno starts to believe he may be able to kill the gun devil. 3 days later, Denji still fights the Eternity Devil. Himeno goes to Aki and lies with him in bed, telling him that it's over. The Eternity Devil exposes his weakness, saying it's his heart, and asks Denji to kill it as it no longer can bear the pain. Denji is surprised it's already over, but cuts the devil and kills it. The devil hunters leave the hotel. Denji holds a gun devil's piece. As he feels good, he ends up falling, but Himeno captures him and realizes he fell asleep. Himeno states that they will take Aki and Denji to the hospital in Kobini, and Hirokazu should report to the sector. Sometime later, Himeno speaks with Aki and wants to have a newbie welcome party. She explains that Division 4 have never gathered together before and they can use it to bond together. They also may be able to solve the problem that Kobini and Hirokazu want to leave. Not only they fear the devils, but they also likely regret that they tried to kill Denji. Aki states if they are doing it, it has to be this week since he wants to invite Makima too, who will be going on a work trip next week. Himeno wonders what Denji is as the devils seem to know something about him. She also wonders why Makima cares so much about Denji. Usually Makima travels a lot, but lately she is staying in Tokyo and Himeno wonders if it's because of Denji and if she knows his secret. Division 4 gathers for a drink. Aki notes that Fushi didn't bring his fiend, but Fushi states it's not that rational like power. Kobeni arrives a bit late and Makima said she will come later. While looking at the menu, Denji recalls his promised kiss from Himeno and she states she will give him one when she gets a bit more drunk. The newbies introduce themselves and Denji reveals he is 16 and loves eating and sleeping. Hirokazu reveals he is 22 years old, he has a contract with the Fox Devil and his hobby is haiku. Denji notes that he has the same devil contract as Aki, who explains that the Fox Devil is friendly with humans and have lots of contracts with devil hunters. Himeno adds that only the handsome people can use the Fox Devil's head. Kobeni then introduces herself being 20, but her devil contract is a secret. She also likes eating tasty food. They ask Fushi where is his newbie and Fushi reveals he died yesterday. They proceed to explain that the devils that can't be handled by the civilian devil hunters are past the public safety and people die easily. Himeno states that Denji won't die as he is waiting for a kiss from her. Another member explains that Himeno had kissed everyone except the newbies and for sure she will kiss them too. Denji gets excited. He will be getting a guaranteed kiss. Makima shows up and overhears Denji and wonders if he will be kissing anyone. Denji then denies it. Himeno then wonders if he no longer wants her kiss, but Denji states he wants it. Denji is then torn, not wanting Makima to see him kiss Himeno, but he really wants a French kiss for Himeno. He decides to change the subject and tells Makima that he found a gun devil's piece, but she had heard about it already. Aki adds that more devils with gun devil's pieces are appearing and one even targeted Denji. He wonders if Makima knows something about Denji. Makima states she will tell him if he can outdrink her. Himeno decides to join them and the three start drinking beer after beer. One of the members is impressed that Power can suppress her violent urges. Power states it's because she has a very high IQ. The member is surprised that's the reason and wonders what her IQ. Power states it's 100, but as the member says she has the same, Power then changes her IQ to be 120. The member notes that Fushi has a high IQ, and he reveals it's 134. Power then notes her IQ is 500 or 1000. Himeno then turns and starts kissing Denji. He gets excited, feeling her tongue, but then feels something else. He then realizes that Himeno is throwing up in his mouth. Everyone sees them and start to laugh. Power adds that Denji has the habit of swallowing anything with nutrition in his mouth, and in that moment, Denji ends up swallowing the vomit. Denji recalls his young days while he was looking at the trash cans for food. As he eats anything he finds, he sees some rats eating some drunk guy's vomit and laughs. It must be quite shameful. Denji is vomiting in the bathroom. Hirokazu is helping him and notes he is good at helping because his mother got drunk each day after work. His envy of Denji is unlike him. Hirokazu has no talent of being a devil hunter. Denji tells him to look at him as his first kiss was with vomit and there is nothing to envy him for. After the meeting, Himeno takes Denji as he is unable to walk home. Himeno takes Denji to her place and puts him on her bed. She then goes to take a shower and after that opens a beer. She hears Denji waking up and asking for water and goes and gives him beer with her mouth. Himeno then wonders why is Denji there and if she brought him home. She guesses that Denji loves Makima and is annoyed a bit as Aki also loves her. She lies next to Denji and tells him they should do it. Denji wonders what she means and Himeno states it's sex. She tells him to raise his hands and starts taking off his shirt. Denji wonders if that is really okay as his first kiss was supposed to be with Makima, but gave it to Himeno, who vomited in his mouth, and if he wants his first time to be taken by Himeno too, but quickly confirms it for himself. Himeno proceeds to take off his pants but finds Chupa Chups in his pocket. Seeing the Chupa Chups, Denji recalls a bit earlier when he wasn't feeling good due to the vomit and Makima told him to go outside for some fresh air. Makima then brought him some nausea medicine. Denji shares that he had a bad first kiss, and even if he kissed a different woman now, he will be thinking of the taste of vomit. Makima was licking a Chupa Chups and pulls it out and puts it into Denji's mouth. She tells him that he probably won't forget the taste of vomit, but he will experience all kinds of first tastes, and for example, his first indirect kiss tastes like a coal-flavored Chupa Chups. Himeno had fallen asleep while Denji is lying on the ground next to bed. He looks at the Chupa Chups and apologizes to Pochita, but states he wants to save his first time for Makima. In the morning, Himeno wakes up Denji, and while they eat breakfast, she explains she doesn't remember anything from last night and wonders if she did anything to Denji. He tells her that he won't do it with the vomit lady and is saving his first time for Makima. Himeno is glad as otherwise she could be arrested for doing it with a minor. After a moment, she adds that Denji is strange and most people would have felt uncomfortable and left by now. But Denji doesn't understand why would he leave when there is free food. Himeno guesses that he loves Makima and wonders if he will still love her even if she had a bad personality. As Denji confirms, Himeno decides to help him and set him up with her. Himeno offers a secret alliance. She will help him with Makima, while Denji helps her with Aki. Denji agrees, and Himeno states they are no longer senior and junior, but friends. She tells him he can come sometimes for breakfast with Aki and Power, but Denji wonders if Makima would come too. Makima is in the train heading to Kyoto to meet with her bosses. She doesn't really want to meet them as she finds them scary and wants to buy a lunchbox. In a tunnel a bit before Kyoto, the men sitting in the front and behind Makima pull out guns and shoot her along with her assistant. The men make a call and states they can start the operation. Division 4 members are all out on different missions, but then all of them get attacked. Denji, Himeno, Aki, and Power are eating at a ramen shop. Denji hears some gunshots, but Power states it was drums. A man can't believe Denji is eating ramen freely and wonders if it doesn't taste terrible. Denji states it tastes fine to him, but the man adds that he can't judge the taste of food. He guesses that's understandable as he only ate the same thing as a child. The man adds that his grandpa was the nicest person and brought him to fancy restaurants all the time. He was Yakuza, but was a necessary evil and only killed a few women and children. The man then pulls out a picture of him and his grandpa, who is the Yakuza that was hiring Denji as Devil Hunter. He explains that the gun devil wants Denji's heart and then pulls out a gun and shoots Denji in the head. He proceeds to shoot at the others, but Power punches him and Aki uses the Fox Devil, eating the man. Aki then looks around and sees that Denji and Himeno are shot. The Fox Devil tells Aki that he put something monstrous in her mouth, which is nor a human nor a devil. The man then transforms similarly as Denji, but with swords instead of chainsaws, opens the Fox Devil head and comes out. Aki pulls out his sword and tells Power to stop Himeno's bleeding. Power is surprised to see that Aki's sword is actually a large nail. As the Katana Man stands, Aki pierces him with his sword and the devil states 3. They start fighting and Aki pierces him a second time with the devil stating 2. He immediately pierces him one more time with the devil stating 1. The man pushes Aki away, having enough of him, but Aki then asks the cursed devil to kill him. The cursed devil then states 0 and appears, grabbing the man and killing him. Aki wonders how as Himeno and Power states she needs to be taken to the hospital. Aki adds that only police officers and devil hunters can have guns in Japan. A woman then shows up, guessing that if Aki runs his nail through someone a few times, the cursed devil will kill him. Aki wonders from where he came and if he is an ally to that man. She places her hand on Katana Man and makes him stand up. She wonders how he lost, and Katana Man states he let his guard down. She tells him to then go and kill. Katana Man then takes a stance and in an instant moves past Aki while slashing him. As Aki is still alive, she tells Katana Man to finish him off. Himeno tells Power to help Aki, but Power refuses as he couldn't even see Katana Man's attack. Himeno calls the ghost devil, but the devil states that the woman is scary. Himeno spits some blood, guessing that this is her end. She offers to give all of herself to the ghost devil if she can use the whole ghost devil. The ghost devil accepts and fully appears, and then engages Katana Man in a fight. Himeno states that the devil hunters get used to death and stop crying, but Aki always cries when his newbies die. And it must be a good feeling to have someone care and cry for you. Himeno loses her both arms, but the ghost devil overpowers Katana Man. Himeno tells Aki to not die, and when she dies, she hopes that he can cry for her. Katana Man asks for help, and the woman calls the snake devil, which bites off the ghost devil's head. Ghost devil is defeated, and Aki turns towards Himeno, but sees that only her clothes remain. Akan uses the snake devil to kill the ghost devil. Katana Man tells her that the fiend ran away, but she tells him that their target is Chainsaw's heart, so they don't need to go after her. A hand from the ghost devil then goes and pulls Denji's cord, revving his chainsaw. Denji turns into Chainsaw Man and guesses that they are bad guys, noting that he loves bad guys as when he kills them. No one is complaining. Denji then jumps and engages Katana Man in a fight. Akane reports that they are in combat with Chainsaw on the 3rd floor of the West Narima building and requests backup. Katana Man and Denji fight and seem equally matched. 2 men arrive to support Katana Man and he tells them to shoot at his arms or heart. However, Denji knocks them down before they are able to shoot at him. One of the men still manages to shoot at Denji and Denji takes him as a hostage, telling Katana Man to not move or he will kill the man. Katana Man then kneels, getting himself in his attack stance and in an instant cuts Denji and his comrade in half. Katana Man then picks up Denji by the handle on his head and turns to normal, stating that his devil hunter friends should be dead by now as they can't win against guns. Elsewhere, Hirokazu Arei, Fushi, and other Division 4 members, including Makima, have been shot dead. Makima's train almost reaches Kyoto and the men that shot her prepare to blend with the crowds. However, Makima then stands up. At the Kyoto train station, Yutaro Kuros and Michiko Tendo are waiting for the train. A man approaches them and informs them that they received word that Special Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 were ambushed in Tokyo. Yutaro and Michiko wonder about Makima and if they waited for nothing. The train comes and people run out scared. Makima then comes out and tells them that she got under gunfire and there are bodies and need to be cleaned up. Since Makima is covered in blood, they wonder if she was shot, but she denies it and states it's not her blood. Inside the train, her attackers are all dead. Yutaro and Michiko tell Makima about the Tokyo situation and wonder if she should get back, but Makima explains they won't make it in time and that they are likely after Denji. She decides to deal with the situation from Kyoto and asks Yutaro to borrow 30 convicts, serving a life sentence or worse. Makima then asks Michiko to rent out a nearby shrine at the highest altitude possible and to get her some clean clothes. The convicts are gathered and given food while being transported. They wonder where they are going but are told to keep quiet. At the shrine, Makima changes into new clothes. Michiko informs her that the convicts are almost here, and moments later, the convicts are dropped at the bottom of the stairs leading to the shrine. Katana Man tells Akane that he won't be able to fight for a while. Some of his comrades are carrying Denji. One of them sees a crow and then starts saying something feels strange. As they wonder what he means, the man is the crushed to death. Akane immediately calls Team E and asks that Team C reconfirm that Makima is dead. The Team E member tells her that he is unable to contact Team C for a while, and in that moment, he also ends up being crushed to death. At the shrine, Makima has Michiko, Yutaro, and the convicts with blindfolds. Yutaro wonders why they need blindfolds, and Michiko states that Makima reports directly to the Chief Cabinet Secretary, and ordinary devil hunters aren't authorized to know which devils she has contracts with. Makima walks to one of the convicts and tells him to repeat Shuzo Mishima. As the convict repeats the name, Makima makes hand signs. Katana Man tells his comrade Mishima to get Denji in the car. However, as Makima finishes her hand signs, Mishima gets crushed to death, and the convict also dies. Makima then moves to another convict, asking him to say Takashi Inu. The man repeats it, and Makima crushes to death another comrade of Katana Man. The rest of Katana Man's comrades panic and start running, but Makima kills them one by one. She leaves Katana Man and Akane alive and tells Michiko and Yutaro to remove their blindfolds. As they do, they see all the convicts are dead. Makima explains that she did what she can from here, and is now returning to Tokyo. Akane guesses the killings were done by Mikima. Cat in a Man and Akane then sees Kobeni in the distance. Earlier, a granny shoots Hirokazu in the neck from behind. Hirokazu then turns and gets shot by her in the head, a bullet that was aimed at Kobeni. Holding a knife and radio station like Akane's, Kobeni guesses that they are the shooters. Sacrificing a nail, Akane summons the Snake Devil's tail, however. Kobeni dodges it and starts running on the Snake Devil. Katana Man starts shooting at her, but she gets close and cuts off his arm. Kobeni then takes the gun and shoots Katana Man in the back. Akane picks a gun too, but Kobeni runs and picks Denji and uses him as a shield. Akane then pulls Katana Man into the van and leaves with him. Holding Denji, Kobeni apologizes for trying to kill him the last time. She laughs and cries, recalling Hirokazu's death and how she got close to the granny and killed her using her own gun. Kobeni states that Hirokazu protected her and blames herself for his death. Kobeni feels the job is making her go crazy and states that when she meets Himeno, she will tell her that she quits. Mikima, Michiko, and Yutaro arrive in Tokyo and meet Madoka at the station. Mikima is glad that he is alive and asks him how many survived. Madoka explains that Special Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4 came under fire and almost all humans died. Madoka got an order from the superiors that due to personnel shortage, all 4 special divisions will merge into one and Tokyo Special Division 4 will be now under Mikima's control. Madoka then hands her a letter stating it's his resignation, stating it's getting sinister in a special division, and it's either quit or die. Before Mikima leaves, Madoka wants to ask her one final question and asks how much of this was anticipated by her. Mikima states she can't discuss public safety's internal affairs with civilians and thanks him for his service. Yutaro and Michiko state that they are not there to join her division and are just there as advisors and will be back to Kyoto in 1 week. Mikima states it's a shame as there are many great restaurants in Tokyo.